Why depression happens? For a moment, just take your time and think, did any one of us really think why this problem is happening? Have you ever thought, what's going on in the society? What's going on with people around us? Depression, it's one of the major concerns in the society today. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. There are various myths, misconceptions, and misinformation about depression. Stop thinking it as a stigma or a taboo. There are loads of people around us who are actually suffering with depression. Depression has been there for ages, but now we have learned to identify it. Reason being why? Because now, with the advancement in the technology and much of education, we have lots of doctors and psychiatrists who can help us to solve this deadly disease which is a problem in the society now. Be it Hollywood or Bollywood, there are loads of people who have committed suicide because of depression. It is not necessary that even though if you have fame and wealth, that you won't be depressed. What usually happens is, with lot of fame and lot of wealth comes lot of different ideas and different thoughts which could mislead us in many ways. There are different signs of depression. Some of them are feeling anxious, feeling irritable, lack of sleep, lack of self-worth, thoughts of suicide, feeling angry. There are many more like this, which we in our social society, even like being people around us, might be even depressed, but we even might not know because it's considered as a taboo, a stigma in the society. But to tell you the fact, depression, it is an invisible killer. What usually happens is, it debilitates people. Many people are confused about several terms like grief, sadness and depression, many of which consider sadness as depression. But to say it's absolutely wrong. Sadness is different from depression. Grief, for example, is when one person or any of your near and dear ones in your family dies, and because of which there could be a trauma, but it will overcome over a period of time. It's similar to sadness. Sadness also can be overcome over a period of time. Depression could last from weeks to years. For example, if you're passionate about dancing or if you're passionate about painting, this is just an example. You gradually lose your interest in it. You loved doing this thing, but over a period of time, you've just gradually lost your interest in it. Now that's something to worry. Now that's called as depression. Now there are various causes for depression. It could be because of sustained stress. Loads of people, and especially it's seen even more common in youngsters, when you first go into a school or a college, usually what happens is when you're a fresher, you get bullied. And because of this bullying, when you have no one to share your feelings and your thoughts, what happens to you is you just keep all those negative feelings within yourselves, and because of which you land up in depression. And you don't want to share these things with any of your family or friends, thinking that they'll make fun of you. That's to some extent true, because some people face this. But what you should do in this case is, it's very necessary that you seek professional help. There could be various biological factors also, and I would just like to give an example of postpartum depression. Women who have usually delivered their babies could develop this postpartum depression, and this lasts for a few days, but it's not common in all women. It's just in a few. It just happens because of some hormonal changes. Now that's some biological factors that can actually cause depression. But for everything, there's a measure. It's just the way you see it. I would just like to enlist a few treatment measures which could be very helpful if you're depressed. First, just go ahead and try to do some meditation. Meditation by yourself, by keeping your mind, body and soul. Meditation definitely helps to enhance them. Secondly, yoga. Yoga also helps to keep a fit mind and an open mind, which helps to just clear out all your feelings and just feel fresh. Or if you want to reach out to your friends and family, even before seeking professional help, you could definitely go ahead and do that. The most important thing is Sometimes, when all these measures don't help, when you're referred to a psychiatrist, he might just start you or she might just start you on some antidepressants. But don't consider this as a stigma. Just see it as you're taking a medicine like every other disease when you get it. When you get a disease, what you do is you immediately go and reach out to a doctor and just make sure that that particular disease is cured and you are prescribed certain medications. It's a similar way for depression. Don't think it like a stigma. Go ahead, take your antidepressants. It could be only for a while. The earlier you go, the earlier you reach to people, the earlier you can come out of it. And we'll have a much better society, and where what helps indirectly is there'll be less amount of suicidal rates, there'll be less amount of people with depression, and there'll be more opportunities waiting for you outside if you see it. People always say that the grass on the other side is green. Definitely, it's not easy for me to say that depression is not a very dangerous kind of one of the diseases being seen these days. Like for me also, if I get depressed, what I do is I just write down all my frustrations in a book. That's the way I just get out all my frustrations. And once I have penned down all my frustrations in the book, I just feel relieved. In a similar way, you could also try any alternatives, whichever you like. I hope this channel of ours and this video of ours has helped you to at least get a clear picture of how dangerous and deadly depression can be.
So I hope my wife explained it very well, and if you found this video useful, make sure to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon. Until we meet again, bye bye and take care.